The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, now that the toilet bowl's over and the Bears are officially the worst team in the NFL in power rankings this week, they get a short week, too. They got to play Thursday Night Football, go to Washington, D.C., and play the Commanders, who almost beat the team that was in the Super Bowl last year, the Eagles, on Sunday. Look, they look pretty good. They look pretty.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's no chance, probably. And not looking good for the Bears this week as well because of Chase Claypool. Well, listen, he didn't even play last week. He was not activated, and he didn't even show up for the game wearing jeans or joggers or shorts or whatever. He could have showed up. He didn't. Now, Bears coach Matt Eberflus says he's not really welcome right now all week, which means he's probably up for a trade, which they can't get because he's been garbage since he's been with the
Do you
Bears.
think that's like a weird punishment, though? Like, he didn't want to come, and now he doesn't have to. It's like it was like a reward.
This is your dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, like, have
So
payment.
if I don't come in one day,
Yeah.
and then Brian goes, "That's it, you're off the rest of the week." I'm like, "Oh, oops."
I would think they would suspend him without pay at some point.
Kenzie's going like, oh, darn you, and leaving, going like, she skips out of here and just, yay.
Here's everything I've ever wanted.
So he's got, Kenzie, by the way, it's a 4-year, $6 million contract at this point. He was a first-round draft pick for the Steelers. Looked very promising out of Notre Dame. Been a disappointment there because of, well, not a locker room guy.
Bad attitude.
I love how his old Notre Dame teammate, now Bears teammate, Cole Kmet, tight end, said, you know, he just doesn't like losing. It's affecting him a lot of ways. So that's what his problems is. The losing is giving a mental problem to him right now. Yeah.
He's not just like a bad egg.
Yeah, that's what
He's just so focused.
That's what he's trying to say.
He's counterproductive.
I don't know any guys that are good losers in the NFL. Yes. Oh,
No
great.
one has fun. Let me tell you something. No one's like, that was so much fun. I loved losing today.
Yeah, that was
no
great.
one feels that way.
Hey, it was a good game. What can I say?
Hey.
I'll get him next week.
Yeah. I'll just keep trying my best.
Speaking of losing,
Yes.
we're very quickly approaching the 1-year anniversary of the last Bears win.
Yes.
Their last win was a Monday Night Football, October 24th. They beat the Patriots last year.
Mm-hmm.
If they're winless by October 24th, and I think after the Commanders, they have the Panthers and the Vikings, two very bad football teams.
Yeah.
We have to do something big. If they go 365 days without winning a football game.
A parade?
I was thinking more something in shame, but we could do a parade as well.
Shame.
A shame raid.
Yeah, a shame. Yeah, something, because Kenzie may have missed it. There's a meme going around that ever since Elon Musk bought Twitter, the Bears are the only professional team that hasn't won a game, which is also a year
Bit
ago.
of a stretch.
A little bit of it. Somebody had a little bit too much time on their hand to go with that one, but they're actually accurate with
It's
it.
true. That's the thing.
It's
I
true.
can't get mad at it.
It was about the same date, I think October 22nd. So what should we do? Yeah, listeners can chime in and brainstorm with us on this. It's something that they will be the worst team historically, probably in Bears history by that point.
I don't know. I thought about shaving my entire body but my mustache. Just waxing everything but the mustache.
Can I? What? What would that do? Guys always do this. They come up with stuff like, "Oh, you know what I'm gonna do?" What? Why? Why?
I don't know.
They're
It was the first thought. First thought, best
do
thought.
you honestly think Justin Fields is gonna be like, "Oh God, you see what Case did? now I have to get it together." I just don't understand these things.
The Bears are so bad, Case waxed himself into a dolphin.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't think that could ever happen.
Am I motivated that way?
Did you guys see
what was that?
Chicago Bears post on Instagram to vote Justin Fields the player of the week?
I did see that.
Not a very friendly comment section. It reminds me of like when I started working here. It was the meanest comment section.
Wait, that bad?
Ever, yeah.
That bad?
Hey, luckily you've turned it around.
Well,
The Bears have not.
Couple.
Well, that's because Justin Fields isn't answering the comment section.
That's right.
If he was
Justin
in there,
Fields would text more.
If he's working the comment section, maybe he can turn some people. He did have a tremendous game, but a bad look on the worst team in football playing the second worst team in football.
Somebody commented and said, "Do you think a qualification for this should be winning one game this season?"
There should be some kind of
I'm like, it's a fair question.
some kind of entry point would be nice.
I understand where you're coming from.
Hey, listen, if you like wild card baseball without Chicago teams, today's your day. You got the Rangers Rays at 2, 3:40. You got the Blue Jays Twins. I'm actually interested in watching the D-backs Brewers tonight at 6, and especially Marlins Phillies in my household. My wife's from Philly, so it's going to get loud tonight in the house. Case, you might hear over by your house. Case lives about a half a mile away from me.
Hey, can't wait to not be invited over.
Well, you want to come over for that?
I got so much stuff to do.
See what happens? He suckered me in, and I get rejected.
It's just a weird deal where we're going to be watching the same baseball game a half mile from each other, and we're not going to text each other. We're not going to be eating dinner together. It's just odd.
Do you want to FaceTime?
Yeah, maybe. That'd be kind of fun. I never FaceTime.
Kenzie, you want in on that?
Nope. Please
sure?
don't contact me.
By the way,
Especially on my weekend.
very expected what happened with Sunday Night Football. Taylor Swift being there, of course, with the Chiefs-Jets game, and they showed her a lot with Hugh Jackman was there, Ryan Reynolds. It was certainly
Not as good stuff happens at ours. You know what I mean? I'm just pissed off. The best thing we had was Sierra because of Russell Wilson.
Was she at Soldier Field?
Yeah, they took a picture together.
What? I missed that.
And that pisses me off. So, like, Travis Kelce gets Taylor Swift, Russell Wilson gets Sierra. This beat.
Who do you think Justin Fields could get?
I don't know. I guess money's money. You probably don't have to be great, but
He's got about a $26 million deal, I believe.
Is like hook up with Instagram models, and I was like, come on.
We need
I wanna
known
be
people.
excited. We need something else to get excited about when you're not good. Date
Yeah.
somebody fun.
Is this a call out to celebrities to start hooking up with our players?
Yeah, this is so lame. The best we ever had was Kristen Cavallari, which
I like that.
it
Very
was, but it
Cavallari.
was like. It's not like, oh my God, I saw her on tour. I loved her in that movie. It was like, all right,
I like the
she
reality
got
show.
mad at Spencer or something. I don't know. I never got into the Hills. It was the Hills, right? She was on the Hills.
She was on the Hills.
Okay.
And-
Neat.
And then what was her show after that?
Well, Very Cavallari was a reality show, which I was very into. The Nashville, she opened up the jewelry store. She has a West Loop jewelry store here, which I believe closed during the pandemic.
That's too bad. Hey, they went after everybody. Small businesses really took a hit.
It took a hit on that one. Well, listen, if anybody out there, to Kenzie's point, all the money's the same. Why wouldn't some celebrity want to date one? And there's some good-looking guys on the team.
Yeah, it's just about their heart.
Are there famous women that don't like Taylor Swift? Because I know about Kanye, but does she have beef with any women? Because that would be the perfect person to date a bear.
Not really. I mean,
Wasn't
Kim
it
Kardashian
Yeah.
because
Wasn't
of
it
it.
Ariana Grande? Didn't they have a beef or no?
No, her and Katy Perry had a beef over like a dancer. It's gone now. It's squashed. So that wasn't that serious.
All right, hey, don't worry
That's
about it.
who
It's
Bad
squashed.
Blood.
The beef is squashed.
Bad Blood. Wait, let me finish the question.
Yeah, go
Bad
ahead.
Blood is actually about Katy Perry.
It is?
Fun fact.
I didn't know that.
So they were tight and they're not tight anymore?
They had one. They were close. They had one falling out. They made up because it really, again, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was like a dancer. It was like, okay.
That's a
come
shame.
on.
One fight, and then Taylor Swift writes one of the biggest songs in pop music history, and it's like your beef track.
It's not great for her. But look, like even Meek Mill and Drake made up. Look at them, back to back, baby.
Everybody can get back together at some point if you just see some common ground and realize that your beef was not valid.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I feel
just
like
trying to...
I don't
really well
think
put,
Taylor
Brad.
Swift. I'm trying to think of a female Taylor Swift has huge issues with. Besides the Kardashians in like conjunction with Kanye West. But besides that, I feel like she's pretty much all cleared up. She's even super nice to Taylor Lautner, okay?
From the Twilight movies?
Yes.
Yes.
That's her ex. It was like young, like they were like 15 and dated for like a week.
Okay.
Taylor Lautner married somebody named Taylor. So
Oh,
Taylor
jeez.
Lautner, his wife is also named Taylor Lautner. And they're both still friends with Taylor Swift. So all three Taylors, like, hey, like she's got beef with almost nobody. It's kind of funny.
All right, then. Well, listen,
Fun fact.
I'm taking that one home today.
There you go.
That's a takeaway for
Hey,
today.
The fact that
already.
made my brain go
Any
boom.
other questions in sports?
I forgot what we were talking about.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
So last night during Monday Night Football, if you're not aware, Peyton Manning and Eli Manning do this thing called the Manning Cast on ESPN2, where they just basically talk smack about the game that's going on, and it was a bad game between the Giants and the Seahawks. So they had Will Ferrell on as a guest, and of course they brought up the Wedding Crashers scene of Mom the Meatloaf and tried to get Eli Manning to do it as good as Will Ferrell does. He's teaching him how to do it.
Meatloaf! Meatloaf! On a scale of 1 to 10, is Eli's Will Ferrell impression a 1 or a 2?
I'll say like a 1.1.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. You rushed it a little bit.
I gotta
There's
yell at my mom.
There's some rage behind it. This guy had some rage, so it was more like,
Number 84.
Ma, Meatloaf!
10-yard penalty. First down.
Like, I got it.
Meatloaf!
But a little more growl. Ma, Meatloaf!
Mom! Meatloaf!
Oh my God!
Why did you drag it out? Ma! Why did you drag it out like that? Just
It's
bark
like a
it.
southern draw thing. It's a
Ma,
southern draw,
Meatloaf! All right.
you know, my mom's starting to come down here. She's freaking out. She doesn't know what's going on.
So dirty,
She's getting
man.
concerned.
Well, here's the original, just to remind yourself of it.
You hungry? Hey, Ma! we get some meatloaf?
Chaz, I think I'm okay. I had a bite right before I came over. Thank you.
You sure? You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? Yes. I knew you'd go. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! What is she doing? I never know what she's doing back there. Ma, the meatloaf!
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Lauren's on her way in. More chances at Q101 Twisted Christmas tickets from her and Brian Phillips. And we'll have some too tomorrow morning. So be here at 7:10 for Clash with Kenzie. That's when we'll give them out there. More July Mulaney tickets tomorrow as well. First, your takeaways at 312-591-8300. Case seems to be the star of the takeaways today. Case, the producer. Jim the Garbage Man, takeaway. Case is traumatized because his parents had enough property for hot air balloons that can crash on it. Rich ass. How's Brighton Camp going?
That's not fair. Hot air balloons aren't that big. It's not like a 747 landing into my yard.
big.
No, it's not like a Boeing jet crashed into my house. That's not what I'm complaining about.
Hot air balloons are not small.
Yeah, they're pretty large, Case.
Oh, all right, fine.
You should know. They parked in your your garage.
Yeah, rich ass.
Oh, my God. Frank texted it and said Irish people hate corn,
It's true.
which I didn't know either.
We learned that the Irish famine was about potatoes.
Not corn.
Kenzie learned
Common
that.
mistake, Kenzie.
You think they would hate potatoes because that's the one that turned their back on them?
You know what, though? They're still delicious.
And then Adam texted it and said, Kenzie talking to her son. King me, bitch.
Facts. Also one for Kenzie that came up in, Clash with Kenzie was a real winner today.
Oh, boy.
Kenzie now knows that HR stands for Human Resources.
Oh, my God.
Anthony
Who
says.
knew?
So just a minute ago, Kenzie goes, well, would you guys have known that if somebody asked you what HR went? We're like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would.
Easy to say afterwards.
Everybody's
Okay.
an armchair quarterback over
Everyone's
here.
a genius when they're not answering the questions.
You miss a moment, you miss a lot. Go to the Q101 Morning Crew, Brian and Kenzie podcast at Q101.com and anywhere you get your podcast.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.